Hi, welcome to Once Upon a Word. I'm Mark. In this lesson, I'm going to read out an article from the Conversation website. So the Conversation website is an academic type of website where you can find articles written by academics and journalists together. So this is a high, intermediate to advanced lesson for those people who want to practice their reading and listening. And if you want to practice your shadowing as well, you can repeat after I speak out, after I read out the article. Okay, this article was originally by Kenneth Simsack, who is an instructor at Colorado State University, and Jeffrey Miller, who is an associate professor at Colorado State University. And it's about the craze. So craze means recent boom or popularity in pickles in America. So pickles, as you can see on this pizza on the screen, they've recently become very popular. Okay, so I'll start now. Move over bacon and ranch dressing. There's a new hot flavor in town. So ranch dressing is a kind of flavoring salad dressing, I think. A pickle craze is sweeping the nation, with dill pickle toppings and seasonings in such high demand that they're appearing on popcorn, chewing gum, seeds, and nuts. The pickle obsessed can now order a pickle pizza with a side of pickled potato chips and wash it down with a pickled beer. Need dessert? Choose from pickle cotton candy, pickle ice cream, and pickle marshmallows. Or you can head over to your local Sonic drive-in and order a pickle juice slush. So here's a picture of the Sonic drive-in Twitter page. Pickle fans, this one's for you. In all its glory, pickle juice slush is back for a very limited time. Yet for all the hoopla means fuss or excitement, pickles remain an acquired taste that some are never able to appreciate. So an acquired taste is one which takes a while to get used to. So you acquire the taste, like gradually you come to like something. Part of the reason may be rooted in your personality, but if you're able to get over that initial aversion meaning dislike, pickles can become perfect complement to any dish. A cornerstone of civilization. In the US, pickles tend to be associated with the cucumber, but they can come from any fruit or vegetable preserved in an acidic solution or brine. Having preserved food available, regardless of the season, allowed populations to grow and civilizations to develop. With their long shelf life, pickles helped humans traverse the world by foot, animal, and boat. Helped feed troops fighting in wars, and were also touted for various benefits such as preventing scurvy. So touted means were promoted, or people tried to say that this was good for various things such as scurvy. So scurvy was a disease of lack of vitamins, I think vitamin C. The popularity of the dill pickle, which many in the US consider the preeminent pickled fruit or vegetable, so preeminent, like meaning the most important or the most popular, is attributed to two sources. Dutch farmers started growing cucumbers in Brooklyn in the 17th century that were eventually pickled and sold. Then, in the late 1800s and early 1900s, surges of Eastern European Jewish immigrants brought kosher dill pickles to New York City. So kosher is food prepared according to Jewish law. Yet, as chefs and teachers we're not surprised that Burger King's famed jingle, "Have it your way," so jingle is like catchphrase, especially in an advert, begins with the omission of the pickle. Hold the pickles, hold the letters, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. So saying hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, hold the tomatoes, for instance, is kind of an American way to say I don't want pickles in my burger. I don't want lettuce in my burger. In the UK, we'll probably say no pickles, please, or no lettuce, please, or don't put any pickles in the burger, please, something like that. But we won't usually say hold the pickles, I don't think. For all there is to love about pickles, they can be crunchy, sweet, and acidic. They possess certain qualities that can make some people squeamish. So squeamish means like, ooh, like I feel a bit weird, feel a bit creepy, like people don't like not a nice feeling. Sour and slimy can be a turn-off. For one, they're sour. Most pickles are sour because they soak for a long time in a salty brine. So brine means salty water. This long soak causes acetic acid bacteria, known as acetobacter, to grow and multiply. In a sense, pickles create their own vinegar, and that makes them sour. The ability to detect a sour taste in foods likely came from our aquatic ancestors. So aquatic are ancestors who came from the water, who acquired the ability to determine the safety of their environment by detecting abnormalities in acidity. There are also some evolutionary advantages for enjoying the mouth-puckering sensation. The same lactic fermentation necessary for early pickles also served as a green light for omnivores that the food was safe to consume, as lactic acid limits the reproduction of harmful bacteria. This might explain why some have developed a taste for it and others haven't. In one study of children, their mothers, their ability to detect sour and their preference for the taste, virtually all could accurately determine and rank acid levels in gelatin. However, some children preferred the highest concentration of acid levels. In other words, the most sour foods. Others blanched at it. So blanched is like disliked it, like went away from it. The authors indicate that it is unclear why this phenomenon occurs. They hypothesized that an affinity, a liking for sour flavors, could be related to a child's propensity for adventure. Propensity is whether they like to do something or not. So whether a child likes to go on adventures or not. And there does seem to be a strong correlation between the aversion, the dislike, to sour in both children and adults, and their unwillingness to try new foods. Preservation methods also change food textures, and food aversions are rooted in texture as much as flavor or smell. The texture of a pickle can be off-putting for some people. So off-putting, like the texture can make people not like the pickle. Foods described as slippery or slimy are ranked at the top for adult picky eaters. Both words could be used to describe a pickle. So a new deal for the American people is a pun on words, and it's a pun on the phrase a new deal for the American people. So in newspapers or magazines, sometimes they use these pun on words to make people connect with the article a bit more. So a new deal was when a time in the 20th century where the American government tried to reinvigorate the economy, which was in a bad recession. But anyway, a new deal for the American people. But if you can grow to appreciate the texture and taste, there's a world of possible pickle pairings. Pickles work well in so many dishes because the leading flavors in most main dishes are fat, umami, salt, something creamy, and frequently something sweet. So umami means like tastiness. So one of the leading flavors is like the tastiness of the food. Umami actually comes from Japanese language. Pickles add acidity and crunch and balance out the dish. Burger King may sound eager to hold the pickle upon request, but a burger with a pickle, from a sensory perspective, is a better burger. Seen this way, the pickle's incorporation into pretty much everything starts to make more sense. Take, for instance, its surging popularity as a pizza topping. It's a surging popularity. It's surging like a wave. So when a wave surges, it's very powerful. So it's a very powerful and strong thing. So surging popularity, quickly becoming popular. Much like that burger, pizza has yeasty bread, tomato sauce for acid and sweetness, mozzarella for fatty, rich and creamy textures, and then all the other toppings you choose to put on to suit your needs. In the case of the pickle pizzas, the most popular kind is served with a white sauce or olive oil, which adds even more fat and richness to an already cheesy dish, giving the pie an unbalanced flavor profile. But pickles restore the flavor balance by introducing acidity and adding a texture that wasn't there before. You're also adding the temperature contrast and flavors of garlic, dill, and subtle spice. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned before, dill is a type of a herb. It's a green herb which is often used in pickles. Dill pickle flavoring is versatile because of the combination of salty, sour, and sweet, which allows it to complement so many items. So versatile means like dill pickle is able to go with lots of different things. Like it doesn't just go with one food, it can go with many types of food. Take, for instance, potato chips or sunflower seeds. These are traditionally salty snacks with a relatively neutral flavor, which is why they so often have flavors added to them. Pickle flavoring adds sour and sweet, which are a classic balanced duo, to the salty profile. Pickle flavored foods are everywhere because the profile works well with almost anything. But if you want to avoid offending your friends with your pickle breath, you might want to avoid the pickle-flavored mints after dinner. Okay, that's this article on pickles in America. So what's happening in your country? Is there a pickle craze, or are pickles popular? I'm currently in Japan, and pickles are very popular. Like Japanese pickles, they're a bit different from American pickles, I think. But quite often with food, people have pickles. Okay, what do you think? Pickled pizza, is that good? Or even pickled juice slush? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you've liked this episode, please subscribe for more. Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll see you again. Cheers.